Hello students, I am Ravikant Srivastava, mentor at the classroom. Today I will introduce you with accounting from incomplete records. In other words, we call this single entry system of accounting. Here, profit is determined by subtracting opening capital from the closing capital. What is capital? All of us know capital is assets minus liabilities. Okay, so if capital figure is not given to us, rather a balance sheet is given to us, then we need to subtract the liabilities from the assets. We will be given the balance sheet for 2 periods, and we can calculate the capital by subtracting the assets from the liabilities of the 2 periods. The opening period will be the opening capital, and the closing period balance will be the closing capital. Subtracting opening from the closing capital, we get profit. But before that, let me show you what is the reason for the increase or decrease in capital. Capital increases because of additions of fresh capital or profits earned. Due to these two reasons, the capital increases. Similarly, the capital decreases because of the withdrawal of capital. It is a withdrawal of capital by the proprietor, or losses have been incurred. When we are saying that profit is closing capital minus opening capital, we assume that the capital has increased only because of profits. But actually, the capital increases because of the addition to capital as well. So, from the closing capital, if we eliminate the effect of fresh introduction of capital, we get the adjusted closing capital, and then if we subtract the opening capital, we get the profit figure. Similarly, in case of withdrawal of capital, the closing capital might have reduced, right? So if we subtract the opening capital from that, we won't get the correct profits. So we need to adjust the closing capital due to the increase or decrease due to the fresh introduction or withdrawal of capital. We need to adjust the closing capital for this introduction and withdrawal of capital. And thereafter, if we deduct opening capital from the closing capital, we will certainly get profit. Let me show you this with an example. Say the opening capital is 10,000 rupees. The closing capital is 25,000 rupees. Profit in this case is, assuming there is no introduction or withdrawal of capital, the increase in capital is due to profits only. So here the profit is 25,000 minus 10,000 is equal to 15,000. Fine. Say if there had been an introduction of capital during the year for 5,000. In this case, what would be our profits? If there had been an introduction of fresh capital, then it means our capital of rupees 25,000, which you can see over here, closing capital of 25,000 is includes this 5,000 of fresh introduction of capital. So our current capital, closing capital, which is only as a result of increase in profits, is 20,000 then. So we will calculate adjusted closing capital. Adjusted closing capital, which is 25,000, and there was a fresh introduction, so we need to reduce this. We get 20,000. This is the closing capital actually, which has increased due to profits only. From this, if we deduct opening capital of 10,000, we will get a profit of 10,000. This is our profit for the year. So what did we learn? When there is a fresh introduction of capital, we need to subtract from the closing capital to find out the closing capital which has increased only due to profits. So 20,000 is the adjusted closing capital, and from that we get opening capital of 10,000 to get a profit of 10,000. Say if there had been a drawings of rupees 7,000 during the year. In that case, now see, our closing capital was 25,000. Ignoring this example, ignoring this. Okay, let us consider a closing capital as 25,000 and opening capital as 10,000, and this is a fresh transaction. Say now there have been drawings of 7,000 during the year. Now closing capital is 25,000. The capital had been withdrawn, so this closing capital has reduced. Had there been no drawings, the actual capital which rose due to profits would have been more. So in this case, we will add drawings of 7,000. So now see, 32,000 was the actual capital which had increased due to profits for the year. So from this capital, if we deduct opening capital of 10,000, we will get 22,000 as profit. So we understood that in order to find out the correct profits, we need to adjust the closing capital for introduction and withdrawal of capital. And thereafter, if we subtract opening capital from that, we are sure to get correct profits. So this is how our statement of profit looks like. Closing capital, less introduction of capital, add drawings, we get this as adjusted closing capital. Thereafter, from this, if we deduct opening capital, we will get profit. Now, a point worth noting is the profit that we have got. This is a profit before adjustments, because as I said, capital is assets minus liabilities. The balance sheet that we consider for finding out the closing capital is all assets minus liabilities. It might be there are certain adjustments which are yet to be carried out at the end of the year, but we have not considered the revised figures of the assets and liabilities when we consider the closing balance sheet. When we consider the closing year balance sheet, we did not consider the revised or adjusted figures of the assets and liabilities. For instance, the fixed assets figure might have changed because of depreciation. The debtors figure might have needs to be changed because of the provision for bad debts. Similarly, there may be some outstanding expenses, some prepaid expenses, or income receivable. All of these adjustments, which are generally carried out at the end of the year, these have not been adjusted into the accounts. So we need to adjust our this profit. This profit needs to be adjusted in the light of these adjustments, so that we get the correct and final net profit. So we further need to add these expenses, like I've written some of them, like prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses we need to add to the profits because of this expense which was prepaid. Our profits had reduced, so we need to add it back. Similarly, in some income might be still be receivable, which is income for the year, so we need to add this. Again, there may be some outstanding expenses, that is expenses which belong to this year but they have not been paid. So this needs to be accounted for in this year only. That is because that is the expense of this year. So outstanding expenses needs to be deducted. Similarly, depreciation needs to be deducted. Similarly, provision for bad debts needs to be deducted, and so on and so forth. We might come across other similar adjustments, which are additional informations which we come to know at the end of the year, and we would like to adjust our accounts in the light of the same. So after having made these adjustments, we get the final net profit over here. This is how we find out profit under the single entry system. Thank you.